We'll get ready to get underway, so if everybody could find their seats, we will kick off our ceremony tonight. Before we get underway, I want to recognize Bill Griffin and Rick Peterson from TopSports.News for keeping this banquet and honoring our high school athletes and our Hall of Famers alive. Would you please join me in a round of applause for those guys? Bill is way in the back and Rick's up here at the front, and neither one of them want to stand. So they are, as of the 20th of this month, over 1 million site visits and 2.5 million page views, and they have really picked up and done a great job in covering local sports, and we do need that, and we appreciate their efforts for keeping that alive. All right, it's time to honor our first round of high school athletes, and this is from the fall, and we will start with the ladies first. And as you hear your name, please come up, and we will hand you your certificate, and then we will honor the athlete of the fall. From Hayden High School, Kate Roeder in golf. Kate was an all-Shawnee County first-team selection after posting a second-place individual finish in the 4A state tournament last fall. She also is a soccer standout for the Wildcats and was Hayden's #1 golfer all season, earning medals in 4 events. A quote from her coach: Kate played on a team in which she was the only senior on varsity. The girls looked up to her to be the leader, and she accepted the challenge and built relationships. That's from Carvel Reynoldsson, her coach. From Hayden High School, Kate Roeder. From Seaman High School, Grace Unruh in tennis. Grace is the Seaman record holder for the most varsity tennis wins. She was teamed with Lauren Sweeney to win the 5A state doubles championship as a senior, with the Viking duo posting a perfect 36-0 record. Unruh placed 4th in the 5A state doubles as a junior. According to her coach, Jamie Robinson, it was an honor to coach Grace. She told me she wants to have a strong tennis legacy behind her at Seaman, and she accomplished that mission. Unruh, who also swam at Seaman, will play tennis at Fort Hays State. From Seaman High School, Grace Unruh. From Silver Lake, Camila Osolo. Osola came to Silver Lake as a foreign exchange student from Italy and made an impact immediately. She led Silver Lake in kills, hitting percentage, and blocks. According to her coach, Sarah Johnson, Camilla loves the game of volleyball and competing at a high level. She received all Mid-East League and TopSports.News All-Shawnee County first-team honors, was named Silver Lake's most valuable player by her teammates. Osola, who compiled 223 kills, she will play collegiately at Johnson County. From Silver Lake, Camilla Osola. From Topeka West High School, Ann Newcomb in tennis. Ann qualified for the 5A state tournament as a senior, posting a 3rd-place finish in the 5A regional singles competition. According to her coach, Kurt Davids, Anna has an excellent work ethic. Her junior season cut short by COVID restrictions. Beyond the initial disappointment, Anna became even more focused and determined not to be denied a trip to the state tournament. Newcomb plans to attend the University of Nebraska. From Topeka West, Ann Newcomb. From Washburn Rural, Chloe Bird in cross country. Chloe's been a 3-time All-City, All-Shawnee County selection in cross country, helping the Junior Blues win 3 straight city team titles, a Centennial League championship, and a Class 6A regional team title. Bird posted a 14th place finish in the 6A state meet this last fall. According to her coach, Matt Sweetland, her consistent level performances were key contributions to our team's success. In track, Bird was a state qualifier as a junior and senior, earning medals in the 4x8 relay as a junior. She plans to run cross country and track at Butler County Community College. From Washburn Rural, Chloe Bird. And our fall female athlete of the year is, to the screens we go, Grace Unruh, Seaman High School. Grace, if you'd come up. I know you were really looking forward to talking to the crowd, weren't you? So what does it mean to be, among some of the best athletes in Shawnee County, but to be honored as the Fall Female Athlete?
It's super cool. Yeah, there's a lot of really, really good athletes here, so everybody deserves the recognition.
So, tennis is one of those sports. It's, kind of like golf, some of those individual sports, although obviously you play doubles and those kind of things. But what made tennis your sport?
I think I like the individualness of it, but also playing doubles, I was able to play with one of my best friends and work together. And also, you get so much support from the team while also being on your own.
Got to believe 36-0 felt pretty good.
It did.
And going to Fort Hays State, you better get used to the wind.
Yes. Yep.
Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, Grace Unruh, Female Athlete of the Year. Let's give a round of applause to all of our honorees. Thank you, ladies. All right, now time to honor the Fall Male Athlete nominees. First up from Cair Paravel, Carter Bryan in football. Bryan was the Lions quarterback as a junior and senior, leading the Lions to a perfect season and the Kansas Christian Athletic Association state title this last fall. He earned TopSports.News all Shawnee County honors, throwing for 2,515 yards, 51 touchdowns. According to his coach, Doug Bonura, he is a determined individual who's not afraid of difficult possibilities, and that effort created the building blocks for a very successful senior season. Bryan will go and play football at Ohio Northern University. From Cair Paravel, Carter Bryan. From Hayden High School, Tanner Newkirk in cross country. Tanner, a four-time state medalist in cross country for the Wildcats, including top 3 finishes his final 3 seasons. Finished second as a sophomore, won the title as a junior, finished third in his senior season. 2-time city champ in cross country. Newkirk also won 3 state championships, set 2 Class 4A state meet records as senior in track and field. Hayden cross country and track coach DeJuan Gardenhire said, quote, Tanner Newkirk is one of a kind athlete. He is always trying to find a way to get better and is never satisfied. Newkirk will run track and cross country at KU. From Hayden High School, Tanner Newkirk. From Rossville High School, Tori Horick in football. The quarterback and defensive back for the Bulldogs. Horick was a 4-year starter, 2-time state champion. His Rossville team went 13-0, Class 2A state title both as a junior and senior. Torrey was the TopSports.News Shawnee County Co-Offensive Player of the Year as a senior after completing 85 of 132, 1,337 yards, 12 touchdowns, rushing for 1,008 yards, 14 touchdowns on 102 attempts, and that was despite missing several games with a shoulder injury, according to his coach, Derek Hamas. Quote, Torrey will go down as an all-time great performer in the rich football history at Rossville. Torrey has signed to play football at Central Missouri. From Rossville, Tori Horick. From Seaman High School, Jace Moore in cross country. Jace, an all-Shawnee County pick in cross country last fall, Centennial League champion, 3,200 meters in track. Jace, a fiery, passionate leader and intense competitor who chose to compete in our sports, cross country and track, despite having skills and athleticism to contribute in a variety of other sports, said his coach, Luke Weems. Moore plans to compete in track and field and cross country right here at Washburn University. From Seaman, Jace Moore. From Shawnee Heights, Jaron Sanders in football. Jaron is star running back for the T-Birds, cracking Shawnee Heights top 5 in several rushing categories. He ran 1,142 yards, 12 touchdowns last season, 31 receptions, 240 yards, 4 touchdowns. He was a team captain, earned first-team All-Shawnee County and United Kansas Conference honors. Sanders was also a 2-year starter at point guard on the Shawnee Heights basketball team. From Shawnee Heights, Jaron Sanders. From Topeka High School, Ty Alejos in football. Ty, a running back, defensive back for the Trojans. He was an all-Shawnee County top 22, all-Centennial League first team selection after rushing for 1,327 yards on 202 carries with 18 total touchdowns last fall. Defensively, Alejos, 40 tackles, 16 were solo, had a pass interception. He'll play his college football at the University of Kansas after accepting a preferred walk-on offer from the Jayhawks from Topeka High, Ty Alejos. From Topeka West High School, Jackson Birdwhistle Bush in football. Jackson's been an excellent example of character, leadership, and work ethic as a student athlete at Topeka West, said head coach Ryan Kelly. In 4 years, Jackson never missed a workout or practice, summer or fall, even though tough times where the program struggled to experience success in terms of wins and losses. He will attend Kansas State. From Topeka West High School, Jackson Birdwhistle Bush. And from Washburn Rural, Porter Schaefersman. Porter helped lead Washburn Rural to a second-place finish in the 6A state tournament, scoring 23 goals on the season. Tied for second in soccer history at Washburn Rural, earned first-team All-City, All-Centennial League, and All-6A recognition. Porter also had 13 assists, was named Centennial League Player of the Year and 6A Forward of the Year. From Washburn Rural, Porter Schaefersman. And our Fall Male Athlete of the Year is Tori Horick from Rossville. Tori, come on up. Well, Tori, quite a career. So talk about battling through an injury, and obviously your teammates had to pick up to get you, into the playoffs, keep rolling, and all the way to a state championship. What did that mean to you to battle through injury and still earn that state title?
Well, I'd just like to say the guy that deserves all the credit is sitting right over there, Corey Catron. But, yeah. No, but, my teammates really picked me up there. Obviously, I went down in one of the biggest games of the season, and for them to battle out and get that win and then go on and win 3 more without me that just kind of shows what our team was made of this year.
But a couple of state titles during your career. I mean, other than state titles, anything else that sticks out to you about your time at Rossville?
Just the bonds I've made with the people I've met, and really, that's the biggest thing.
Well, congratulations being Male Athlete of the Year. Good luck at Central Missouri.
Thank you.
Tori Horak, Rossville, our Male Athlete of the Year in the fall. Thank you, guys. All right, it's time to honor our first Hall of Famer. Aaron Crow is here to be honored tonight. Obviously a standout right here in Shawnee County, and went on to be a standout in many areas of his life. To introduce us to Aaron Crow and get a little more of the inside dish, Tim Jamison, who was his coach at Missouri, 8 NCAA tournaments in 10 seasons, second winningest coach in Mizzou history, most wins at current school of active SEC coaches. He was the 2007 Big 12 Coach of the Year, and here to tell us more about Aaron Crow, Tim Jamison.
Well, first of all, I'm honored that I was chosen, that I was asked to do this. It means a lot. All you coaches in the room know that when you have a player that played for you as great as Aaron was for us, and then in the Major League Baseball, it's an honor to then come back and be part of their life again later. I'll tell you a few quick stories. First of all, I didn't experience the pro ball with him, but played 4 years with the Royals, all-star appearance, World Series with the Royals. Averaged over 60 appearances in those 4 years, which is a hell of an accomplishment for anybody. But I can only speak from my time with him for 3 years at Missouri. Aaron was at Missouri the 2006, 2007, 2008 seasons, 2006 being his freshman year. Probably the 3 best years of my career, 3 of the best years of the program's history. 3 regional appearances. In 2006, when Aaron was a freshman, he pitched as a starter, pitched as a reliever, did not have a win until the very end of the season. That particular team, we were the last team selected to get into the regionals. We went to Malibu, California with 3 other California teams. We lost our first game. So now we had to win 4 games in a row to have a chance. Well, we win the second game in 13 innings. And so now we have to play UCLA. We have another freshman. Aaron was a freshman. That freshman throws a complete game. We win 2-1. We beat UCLA. And he lost, and we're done. Aaron pitches that night against Pepperdine, who's already beaten us once, the host team. Aaron throws a complete game, gets his first college win. We go on and win the next day, win the regional, and go to a super regional. 2007, Aaron's now our number one pitcher. He wins 9 games, makes huge strides as both a person and a pitcher, which you hope for guys to do as they get a little bit older. That particular year, we ended up hosting, the only time Missouri has hosted a regional. We won every road series. Aaron had a tremendous year. He threw a complete game in the first game of the regionals, was all Big 12. And so from freshman year to sophomore year, you saw the improvement that you like to see. So now it's his junior year. His junior year, he had 15 starts. We won all 15 games. He was 13-0. All 13, again, a school record, 13 wins in one season, undefeated. That team, again, went to a regional. But during that year, Aaron had a scoreless inning streak. It ended up, I think it was 43, 44 innings before you allowed a run. But prior to the streak ending, we played Oklahoma State. And his streak was at about 33 innings at that time. The first batter of the game hit a line drive off of his pitching arm that hit him so hard it ricocheted out of play, and it was a ground rule double. So the leadoff guy's on second base. I'd take a trip to the mound, and needless to say, his heart was doing that. It hit him between the elbow and your shoulder. He showed me the bruise the next day. Well, after he caught his breath, he went on to throw a complete game shutout, which extended the streak to now 42 2/3. The next game, we played the University of Texas, and the wind was blowing out almost 40 miles an hour. The final score of that game was 31-12, Missouri. Okay? The difference in the game was Aaron threw 5 innings, and he gave up 7 or 8 runs, but he threw 5 innings, and not one Texas pitcher threw more than an inning through those first 6 innings. So where Aaron competed, the Texas pitchers waved the white flag. All right? So that kind of sums up a lot about who Aaron was as a competitor, as a guy that worked every year to get better. We had 3 great seasons. A lot of it had to do with not just his performance on the field, but also his impact on his teammates. And again, as you coaches know, when you have somebody that makes people around them better, you got somebody pretty special. To finish up that year, he ended up being the National Pitcher of the Year, which was called the Roger Clemens Award winner. He was a Golden Spikes finalist, which is baseball's Heisman, one of 5 guys, the only Missouri player that's ever done that. He lost to Buster Posey, which is no sin. Then at the end, the conclusion of that, he was a first-round draft pick by the Washington Nationals, the highest draft pick in Missouri history, which he chose not to do. So he went out, played ball, independent ball, and then became the Royals' first-round draft pick the following year. So not just a one-time first-round draft pick, but a 2-time first-round draft pick, which again sums up, because here's a guy we recruited that honestly we didn't know what we were getting. We thought we had a nice pitcher that was going to be able to gobble up some innings for us. Because talent-wise, he was good, but not great out of high school. Well, because of his work, because of his determination, because all the things he put in to who he was, he became the guy that he was capable of becoming. And that's what we all want, right? We all want somebody that reaches their ability through the hard work, perseverance, and all those things that you want to have. So it's my honor, my pleasure, to introduce one of the best pitchers in Missouri baseball history, Aaron Crow.
Thank you, Coach Jay. So I want to start by congratulations to Kaylee and to Dani on your achievements in joining me tonight, and all the other award winners and nominees. You should be proud that you've made it this far. I want to start by, there's 4 people I want to thank, especially first my dad, with all the times you spent playing catch with me. Don't cry, it's going to make me cry. The batting practice you would throw, driving Travis and I all around the Midwest to tournaments and showcases. So thank you, I love you. My brother and sister, Jennifer and Travis, you were always very supportive. And you're always there for me, even when I didn't deserve it. Like that time, Jennifer, I ran you over a bike in the backyard. And the time I hit Travis in the back of the head with the Harry Potter book. And not one of the first ones, one of the later ones that are like this thick. But yeah, you guys forgive me for all the crazy stuff that I did, and I appreciate that and love you guys very much. And I'll always cherish the times we would spend playing in the backyard. And I truly believe the stuff that we did was instrumental in my development as an athlete. And Jennifer, I want to say you're welcome for getting mom and dad out of the house all those weekends so you could throw those parties when we were gone at baseball tournaments in high school. And my mom's not here anymore. I really don't think she liked baseball all that much because all she would do at all my games was just sit in the stands and read a book. And even after the game, she'd just tell me nice job, even if it wasn't a nice job. And I'd give anything right now just to look up in the stands one more time and see her with her nose stuck in a book and just give her a hug and say those things. So I love you, Mom. Thank you and for everything. So on to some lighter stuff. So out of high school, I had 2 offers. One was from Mizzou, and the other one, I mean, to me it was obvious the only reason KU even recruited me was because Mizzou had offered me a scholarship. And so it was pretty much one of the easiest decisions of my life and one of the best decisions of my life to go to Mizzou, and I thank you, Coach Jay, for that opportunity. And so one thing I want to tell you guys, especially all you kids, I remember a conversation that I had with my roommate. His name's Dan Wise. He was a catcher. This was like the first or second day we had moved into the dorms. And we were just talking like, what's your major? What do you want to do? And he had a very detailed plan. Like he knew what his major was. He knew all his classes he was going to take. He knew what job he wanted when he was done. And I was just like, hey man, I'm here to play baseball. I want to play baseball. I want to get drafted. I want to play professionally. And a few years later, after I had been drafted, he told me, he's like, hey, you remember this? And like, I kind of remembered the conversation, and he's like, I called my dad later that night, and we just made fun of you. Like, this idiot thinks he's actually going to make it. Like, he thinks he's going to play professionally. And it's stuff like that. Like, and to think back, it's crazy to think that a kid who was thrown in like 85, 86, 87 miles an hour out of Kinbury, his senior year of high school, 6 years later, I'd be in Yankee Stadium throwing 100. Like, you'd be crazy to think that, but I like to think that I work hard, and I'm glad that Coach Jay agrees with me on that. But more so than that, I think one of the reasons I was able to have the success I did was because I had an almost irrational confidence in myself. And when I say irrational, it's like there's only one team in my life that I've been on where I didn't think I was the best pitcher on the team. And that was my freshman year at Mizzou, and we had a guy by the name of Max Scherzer who's going to be a Hall of Famer. So that's the only team in my life where I've recognized that, okay, this guy's better than me. And that's even when I was playing for the Royals, I would pitch like the 6th, 7th inning. And so the coaches are telling you right there, if you're pitching the 7th inning, that means the 5 starting pitchers they think are better than you, and then the closer, and then the 8th inning guy. So I'm pitching the 7th. So the coaching staff's telling me I'm the 8th best pitcher on the team. But every time they gave me the ball, I thought I was the best. I thought I was going to get the job done. And it didn't matter if it was Derek Jeter or Mike Trout or some guy that had just got called up from AAA. I thought I was going to get the job done. And I think that's the kind of confidence you have to have in yourself if you want to be successful, almost to the point where it's irrational, right? Like, if you look at Wade Davis's numbers or Greg Holland's numbers, like, they're way better than mine. But I still think that I'm the best. I'm better than them, even though, I mean, the data doesn't support that, you know? So it's just one of those things, like, if you don't believe in yourself first, no one else is going to believe in you. So just, it doesn't have to be baseball, it doesn't have to be sports, it can be anything. Just believe in yourself and have confidence and work hard, and, you know, good things will come your way. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please help welcome the newest member of the Topeka Shawnee County Hall of Fame, Aaron Crow. Thank you, Aaron. Appreciate it. All right, next up, we're going to honor our winner female honorees. And we will start from Care Paravel, Kaylee Barkley in basketball. Her coach, Brian Ewing, said, Kaylee is a fantastic leader and worker. She knew my expectations for her senior year and led the team through her dedication and desire. Kaylee has always been a hard worker during the season, but out of season as well. She put up tens of thousands of shots during COVID, which showed up in her stats this past season. Kaylee will play college ball next season at Sterling College. From Care Paravel, Kaylee Barkley. From Hayden High School in basketball, Macy Smith. Macy missed most of her junior season with an ACL injury, but returned to turn in a solid senior season. She averaged 12 points, was also a team leader in assists. Smith earned all Shawnee County top 10 honors, was the second team All-Centennial League pick. Macy was the primary ball handler for our team and was relied upon heavily, said her coach, Carvel Reynoldson. Smith was also a soccer standout for Hayden. From Hayden High School, Macy Smith. From Highland Park, Celeste Gonzalez in wrestling. Celeste posted a 17-7 record as a senior, two-year letter winner for the Scots. She won the Centennial League individual champion at 191. Her senior season qualified for the 6A, 5A state meet with a runner-up regional finish and earned all Shawnee County honorable mention honors. Celeste earned all city honorable mention in soccer. She also plans to attend Washburn University. From Highland Park, Celeste Gonzalez. From Seaman High School in wrestling, Riley Murray. Murray Seaman's first Centennial League girls wrestling champion as a junior and the first Viking to secure her place on the state podium in her final season of wrestling, finishing 5th in the 6-5A meet. Murray posted a two-year record of 40-10 with 29 wins coming by pin. According to her coach, Jordan Best, Riley is a multi-sport athlete who gives absolutely nothing but her best in everything she does. She will play softball at North Central Missouri College next year. From Seaman High School, Riley Murray. From Topeka High School in basketball, Talea Thomas. Talea, a three-sport standout for the Trojans, place kicker in football, point guard in basketball, forward in soccer. She was a first-team All-Shawnee County selection, averaged 14.5 points, 3 assists, 3 steals as a senior, went 88-8 in her high school career at Topeka High. According to her coach, Hannah Alexander, she is a true leader on and off the floor. She is destined for greatness. She will play college basketball at Northwestern Oklahoma. From Topeka High, Talea Thomas. From Topeka West High School in bowling, Kendra Umscheid. Kendra helped Topeka West reach the 5-1A state bowling tournament as a senior. According to her coach, Alex Nash, Kendra is a great team player. She sets high goals for herself and those around her. Kendra plans to study computer science at Wichita State. From Topeka West, Kendra Umscheid. And from Washburn Rural, Emma Krieger. Emma playing basketball for the Junior Blues, a 4-year starter, winning the 6A state championship as a freshman and a senior. Senior year, she averaged 9 points, 5 boards, 3 assists, 3 steals. According to her coach, Kevin Bordewick, Emma has a work ethic second to none. She is one of a handful of athletes that truly plays hard all the time, and she took pride in being our defensive stopper, according to Coach Bordewick. She is also a soccer standout. She will play college basketball at Grand Canyon University. From Washburn Rural, Emma Krieger. And our fall female athlete of the year is Emma Krieger from Washburn Rural. If we could have Mark or Aaron, either one of you can run right up here and accept the award. Mark and Aaron are here as Emma is playing summer ball, and she is out and about, so she couldn't be here with us tonight, but her folks wanted to represent, and we'll have Mark Krieger, Washburn great, accept this award on her behalf. Come on up here, Mark, for a second. We'll get a quick question with you. Come on. You don't get out of it that easy. I know watching Emma play from freshman through senior year, it was a lot of fun. Obviously, to be a part of state championships is pretty special, but celebrating one as a senior, it's probably nothing gets better than that.
Yeah, I mean, to start off her freshman year and to get that with some really great players was awesome. to take a little more leadership role 4 years later was even better. So it was great.
So she went to Grand Canyon, so I'm guessing you're going to have some trips to Phoenix.
Yeah, we dropped her off last Tuesday. She's there for 6 weeks, comes back for 4, goes back to school then. But yeah, I think her mom's going to spend a lot of time down there, I think. And if she'll let me join, I'll do that too.
All right. I think there's a few golf courses out there, so good luck. Mark Krieger representing Emma Krieger, and please help me in welcoming all of our fall nominees as well. Thank you. Thank you, ladies. Appreciate it. All right, now for our winter male nominees. First from Care Paravel, Noah Hastert in basketball. Noah, a football and basketball star for the Care Paravel Lions, earning TopSports.News All-Shawnee County honors in both sports. In hoops, he averaged a double-double, scoring 12 double-doubles on the season. He also did have a triple-double in football, 46 passes, 921 yards on receiving side, 22 touchdowns, also added 32 tackles, 5.5 sacks when the Lions went 11-0. He'll play football in college for Pittsburgh State. From Care Paravel, Noah Hastert. From Hayden High School, Trent Duffy in basketball. Duffy averaged 15 points, 4 rebounds as a senior, earning second-team All-Shawnee County recognition, helping lead the Wildcats to a 4th-place finish in the 4A state tournament. According to his coach, Dwayne Paul, Trent has and will continue to display leadership qualities both on and off the floor. He is our physical and emotional leader. Our team has taken on his personality, end quote. Duffy will play his college ball at Baker University. From Hayden, Trent Duffy. From Highland Park, Ontario Roberts in basketball. Ontario first-team All-Shawnee County pick as a senior after helping lead the Scots to a 5A state tournament berth. Roberts, a 4-year starter, made 2 appearances in the state while eclipsing the 1,000-point barrier in his high school career. He shot 80% from the free throw line and 40% from 3. From Highland Park, Ontario Roberts. From Seaman High School in basketball, Ty Henry. Ty helped lead Seaman to an 18-7 record and its first ever Class 5A state championship as a senior, earning All-Shawnee County All-Centennial League first-team recognition. According to his coach, Craig Cox, Ty was the leader of our team and was key to our team's success. He brought everyone together because they all respected him. Seaman would not have been state champions without Ty Henry. From Craig Cox. Seaman High School's Ty Henry. From Shawnee Heights High School, Brock Ferguson in wrestling. Brock posted a 154-24 career record at Shawnee Heights, qualifying for the 5A state tournament 4 straight seasons, earning 3 state medals, including a 4th-place finish in his senior season. A 3-time United Kansas Conference individual champion, Ferguson registered 112 pins in his high school career. That ranks him number 11 for most pins in Kansas history. He is signed to wrestle at Cowley County Community College. From Shawnee Heights, Brock Ferguson. From Topeka High School in swimming, Richard Carter. Carter, a varsity swimmer all 4 seasons for the Trojans, earning second-team All-City recognition 2 times. Competed in the 6A state tournament as a senior in the 400 free relay. Scored a total of 582 points during his swimming career. Competed primarily in the 50 free, the 100 free, the 200 free, and the 100 butterfly. He'll go to Grove City College. From Topeka High, Richard Carter. From Topeka West High School in basketball, Elijah Brooks. Elijah named Mr. Kansas Basketball by the Kansas Basketball Coaches Association after a record-setting senior season. 25.3 points on the season after putting together a string of 30-point games and a high of 43. Brooks, the TopSports.News Shawnee County and Centennial League Player of the Year, led the Chargers to back-to-back 5A state tournament appearances, including a runner-up finish in 2021. Brooks is West single-season record holder in points at 581 and career scoring leader, 1,450 points. He'll play college basketball D1 with North Dakota. From Topeka West, Elijah Brooks. And from Washburn Rural in swimming, Nathan Tracta. Nathan won 4 golds for the Centennial League Swimming and Diving Championships as a senior, helping lead the Junior Blues to their 3rd straight league team title. Tractor won the 100 butterfly, the 100 back, also swam on Rural's winning 200 free, 400 free relays. Nathan won 3 golds in the city meet and won the 3rd city title for the Junior Blues this year. He was a member of Rural's 200 free relay that set a league record. He plans to swim at Illinois College from Washburn Rural. Nathan Tracta. And our winter male athlete of the year is Elijah Brooks from Topeka West. Well, the awards keep coming in. Mr. Kansas basketball, now the player of the winter months. What's all this mean to you?
It's pretty good, to just go out there and play, work hard, and then all the accolades come after that.
So it's just pretty good.
Yes, I.
All right. So let's talk about the college show at North Dakota. You obviously went through the process. What stuck out?
I just had a gut feeling, and bonding with the players off rip, so it was pretty good out there too.
Well, congratulations, winter male athlete of the year.
Thank you.
Elijah Brooks, Topeka West High School. Thank you, fellas. It's time for our second Hall of Fame honoree. Kaylee Mans starred at Washburn Rural, went on to star at Iowa State, played volleyball just forever overseas. And obviously, a guy that knows her pretty well would be a guy that coached her all through high school in 2 sports, volleyball and basketball. Please welcome from Washburn Rural, Kevin Borderwick, to introduce our next Hall of Famer.
Hi, Kaylee. First off, I'd like to congrats all 3 inductees, Aaron, Kaylee, and Dani, for this huge honor. It's tremendous. Proud of all 3 of you, and I'm really thankful that they all have a Washburn Rural connection. Kaylee and Aaron had their high school careers there, and Dani just made it an annual event to beat the living daylights out of us every time. So congrats to all 3 of you. I'm here to talk a little bit about Kaylee. In 2002, the fall of 2002, Kaylee was a freshman. And with our volleyball group that year, we had a really strong senior class. And Kaylee, as good as she was, didn't even suit up for varsity. She was on JV, and we went to the state tournament that year, and we had our group that finished 2nd at state. So we had a really good group full of seniors. But I know that younger group really felt like that next year and the years are going to follow, we're going to get that championship sometime. And so the next year, Kaylee was a sophomore, and the bulk of our team was sophomores and juniors, and she was, of course, a setter, a right side hitter, starter, tremendous athlete, and we knew that going in. And she had some help with her teammates. But that year, we did get beat in the semis, finished 3rd, but that kind of gave us a little chip on our shoulder for the following year. We had everybody back. We didn't have one single senior on that team her sophomore season, and we were fully loaded for the next year. And the next year, that's what happened. Because of her and her teammates, her leadership, her athleticism, her ability to make others better around her, we wound up winning our very first state championship in volleyball in 2004, which was her junior year. But she set the tone. Her and her team, her teammates, set the tone and set the expectations for everything that's happened after that. It just raised the bar another level, and those kids still can look up to people like her that came before her or came her way and understand, man, this is the level we've got to be at. These are the expectations. Now, it wasn't all roses a lot of times with Kaylee, and I've told Kaylee this, and I think she fully agrees, that in the fall of 2002, I actually did have a full head of hair. And it took her and her teammates 4 years to level this off into a style that's now called the cul-de-sac. 4 years is all that took. There's nothing I can really do about it. I go to the barber. They go, let's just shave it all off and get it done with, put it out of its misery. And I go, no, I'm too proud. I'm hanging on to it. And another thing in Gym A, used to be our competition gym. And in all good gyms, you usually have a solid set of stairs built in there somewhere. And that was the case with our Gym A. We had a stair, and we found a good use for that because that was kind of what we call reminders that if you didn't do what you're asked or perform to the level of what we expect, etc., that we did these little cardiovascular events on these stairs. Now, I didn't keep data or stats on Kaylee's reminders, but I know dang good and well she was on those stairs a lot more than anybody else was, and so much so that we actually named that stairway the Kaylee Man's Highway. And we would have said the Kaylee Man's Speedway, but she didn't run them fast enough, so we just stuck with Highway. But Kaylee was an outstanding athlete, and I think this is mentioned in the program also. She was a 3-sport standout and 6A first team All-State in 3 different sports, volleyball, basketball, and soccer. And like I mentioned, led us to our first ever state championship in volleyball in 2004. She had every single setting and serving record career-wise at Washburn Rural. She went on to a great career at Iowa State. She led her team to 3 consecutive Sweet 16 appearances. She was an All-American, second-team All-American in 08 and 09. Excuse me, a Volleyball Magazine first-team All-American in 2009, and was an All-Big 12 first-team honoree in 08 and 09. She was the Iowa State Female Student of the Athlete in 2008, inducted into the Iowa State Hall of Fame in 2021. Finished her career as the Cyclones' career assist leader and 4th all-time in assists in the Big 12. She had a long pro career, playing for teams in at least, last time I counted, it was like 7 different countries. Saw places that I can only dream of, just living the dream. She also played in the USA Professional Volleyball League, and it was really exciting because Athletes Unlimited got started. We got to watch her play professionally on TV, and that was always a great thrill. But with Kaylee, couple of things. She was a great competitor. She did actually work hard, usually towards the latter part of her high school career. She was a great teammate, great leader, someone who took a lot of pride in how she and her teams performed. Mark of a great athlete is if you can make others better around you, and she did that consistently throughout her career, not just at Washburn Rural, but at Iowa State and in professional league. And when I watch the Athletes Unlimited, those are athletes, and she was right there with them, making each one of them better. But the thing that I reflect on the most about her is her love and her passion for the sport of volleyball. When she played the game, even when things were going bad, she didn't dwell on it. She looked for the next play. She had this expression of joy, and I just love being out here. Even if we're losing, I love playing this game. And I think that love and passion has helped her in her pro career tremendously. So it's my honor and my privilege to introduce one of my favorite people, and I'm not lying, one of my favorite people and athletes of all time, Kaylee Mans.
So the freshman 15 is real, judging by that photo. So all of you in high school just know that does occur. It's wild. All right, I just want to give a quick thanks to the community here in Topeka, my parents, coaches, peers, everyone that's just been involved in the community through the time, when I was in high school. That support that you guys are receiving now, it's just growing and growing and getting better and better. So thank you to the entire community of Topeka. Again, I remember being, one of the young athletes here and being like, oh, why is this old bag up here talking about, whatever it may be, like, oh, she knows anything. I just want to tell you, enjoy this time in high school. It goes by very fast. Cherish the memories you have with your teammates. Thank your parents. Thank your coaches. Make sure that you show that appreciation, because they're only here for one reason and one reason only, and that is to make you better and help you succeed. So just know that you're not going to always have that support system. Maybe you do if you go play college sports, and maybe not. Like, maybe you don't go play, but just know that this is a time to absolutely cherish. I have been incredibly fortunate to travel the world because of my sport. Everywhere I've traveled, people, oh, you from Chicago? You from New York? You from California? I'm like, none of the above. I just would always say I'm from the middle, like right in the middle, and they're like, oh, so there's stuff there? I'm like, yes, there's things. Yes, there's things there. So I would just always say, I'm from the middle. No one had any idea where the middle was, but it just made me realize that I'm from this small, in the scheme of the world, a very small town in Topeka, right? And I'm out here in the most incredible places, and playing in front of thousands of fans in the middle of Germany, just looking around like, wow, like I'm from the heart of America, and look what I'm doing now. So, everyone always says that, like, you could do and dream anything. Like, nothing is unrealistic or out of reach. So just know that. I didn't think that volleyball would lead me to any of what it has, but what I have been able to do, I would never take it back. I'm so fortunate. So if you guys have goals, beyond high school, or just to travel and just to do anything, do it. Nothing is unrealistic or out of touch. So thank you guys so much. Oh, I gotta stand here.
Help me in welcoming the newest member of the Topeka Shawnee County Sports Hall of Fame, Kaylee Mans Walker. By the way, did you realize you just called yourself an old bag?
It's happening.
All right, it's time to honor our spring nominees. First on the ladies' side. From Hayden High School in softball, Carly Stuckey. Carly earned TopSports.News All-Shawnee County All-Centennial League first team honors as a senior. She hit .482, 5 homers, 7 doubles, 5 triples. According to her coach, Carvel Reynoldson, Carly had another monster season for us. Due to injuries, she was forced to play shortstop, and she played it at an all-star level. Carly also played basketball for Hayden, won second-team All-Shawnee County recognition, All-Centennial League honorable mention, and she will play softball at Fort Hays State. From Hayden High School, Carly Stuckey. From Highland Park in soccer, Destiny Nunez. Destiny, a standout for the Scots, a team defender. She received All-City, All-Centennial League honorable mention honors as a senior. According to her coach, Colin Moriarty, Destiny has been a rock-solid player for us. She is often the one communicating and organizing everyone as the game goes along. She'll play college soccer at Heston College. From Highland Park, Destiny Nunez. From Rossville, Vanessa Quinones in softball. Vanessa helped lead Rossville to a fourth-place finish in the 3A state tournament, posting a pitching record of 12-2, an ERA of 1.3. She also hit .487. She received TopSports.News All-Shawnee County and All-Mid-East League first-team recognition, received second-team All-State honors from the Kansas Softball Coaches Association, was also a cheerleading captain for Rossville, earned All-Mid-East League academic honors. She will play college softball at Corbin University in Oregon. From Rossville, Vanessa Quinones. From Seaman High School, Gabby Grace in swimming. Gabby broke Seaman's individual school records in the 100 free, the 100 back, was part of the Viking relay teams that set school records in the 200 medley, the 200 free relay, and the 400 free relay. She was a 3-year All-City, All-Centennial League honoree, and a Class 5 through 1A All-Stater as a senior, helping the Vikes finish 4th. Grace is a multi-sport star for the Vikes, also earning All-City honors in cross-country during her career. Grace plans to swim collegiately at Nebraska Kearney. From Seaman High School, Gabby Grace. Next up from Shawnee Heights, Tatum Hogue in soccer. Tatum, a star goalkeeper for the T-Birds, allowing 15 goals in 17 games as a senior, 104 saves, earned all Shawnee County first-team recognition as a junior and senior, was also a first-team All-United Kansas Conference selection, according to her coach, Kellen Griffin. Tatum was a leader on the field, made save after save throughout the season. She plans to play collegiately at Fort Hays State. From Shawnee Heights, Tatum Hogue. From Silver Lake High School, Taylor Burkhart. A multi-sport athlete at Silver Lake, Taylor was a 4-year varsity letter winner in softball, helped the Eagles post a pair of runner-up finishes in 3A. She has been an all-state selection in 3A, a 2-time All-Mid-East League selection, TopSports.News All-Shawnee County first-team honoree as a senior. She hit .479 as a senior with 6 doubles, 28 runs scored, and 15 RBI. Also a volleyball standout as a member of Silver Lake's dance team as well. She plans to play collegiately softball at Johnson County Community College. From Silver Lake, Taylor Burkhart. From Topeka High School, Nija Canaday in softball. Nija helped lead Topeka High to back-to-back 6A state softball championships, the first 2 state softball titles in school history, being named the Kansas Gatorade Softball Player of the Year both seasons. She earned All-City, All-Centennial League, All-State softball honors all 3 of her high school seasons, also earned All-State honors, played in 3 state tournaments in basketball, scoring over 1,000 points before bypassing her senior year to concentrate on softball. From Topeka High School, Nija Canaday. From Topeka West, Cadence Jeffries. Cadence will go down in history as one of the greatest high school swimmers in Topeka history, winning 6 individual Class 5 through 1A state championships in as many tries over her 3-year careers. Jeffries swept the 200 and 500 free events in all 3 of her state meet appearances. She earned first-team All-State honors all 3 seasons. She plans to swim collegiately at Nebraska Omaha. From Topeka West, Cadence Jeffries. And from Washburn Rural in softball, Campbell Bagshaw. Campbell helped the Junior Blues softball team to a pair of runner-up finishes in 6A. She also helped the Junior Blues win 2 state basketball championships. This season hit .468, 10 doubles, 2 triples, 2 homers, 17 RBI, and 38 runs scored. Campbell will play collegiately at the University of Kansas. From Washburn Rural, Campbell Bagshaw. And our spring female athlete of the year is Nija Canaday. And accepting the award on behalf of Nija, Gary Cushenberry is going to come up and accept that award for Nija, talk to her folks. Nija is off getting ready in her sport. And so Shane Miles is also going to come up. You're going to accept the award. He's going to talk.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, he knows how to talk. Now, he did want me to introduce him as a state high school champion and a collegiate champion.
It's a sports banquet. This is where
So
champions are.
he didn't want to be known as the bank guy. He wanted to be known as like state champion. All right, so let's talk about Nija. Shane, just somebody that obviously just accomplished a lot, and one of those athletes that, again, just leads you in so many ways.
Yeah, she's this great person, great teammate, and she deserves all the credit. She's pushed hard through, and she's going to do well at Stanford.
Yeah, and obviously she did accept a scholarship to go to Stanford, so obviously she has to be good academically, so it's one of those very well-rounded athletes.
Yeah, she was 3rd in her class, missed out on the valedictorian, but to get into Stanford, she had to put in the work, so.
All right, please help me in congratulating Nija Canaday and all of our spring nominees. Thank you. Oh, that's right. We do have a I forgot. The curveball. We have a second honoree, Cadence Jeffries. Come on up, Cadence. Yeah, thanks, Rick. I forgot. Didn't write a note. So swimming, and man, you just dominate. You get in the pool, and do you feel like you own it after a while?
Definitely not. No.
obviously there have been really good swimmers, and having the Cap-Fed Natatorium is a phenomenal facility, to compete at, and probably you spent a few hours there growing up.
Oh yeah, probably like 2 hours a day at least for like 10 years.
And one thing I know about swimming, your parents had to get really good at traveling and getting you to practice. That is a grinding sport because you practice all the time.
Oh yeah.
So Nebraska, Omaha, why UNO?
I don't know. On our visit, my mom was with me, and the first thing I said was, "It just feels right." As soon as I stepped on the campus and we took the tour, it stuck out and it felt really good.
Well, congratulations, Co-Athlete of the Year in Spring, Cadence Jeffries. Thank you very much. And let's again congratulate all of our nominees. Next up, our male Spring Athlete of the Year nominees. First up from Hayden High School, track and field Tanner Newkirk. Tanner capped his high school career record-setting performance in the state track meet, Wichita State, winning 3 events, setting 2 4A state meet records, won the 3200 in 8:58.88. Let me say that again. He won the 3200 in 8:58.88. It might take me 8 days, 58 hours, and 88 minutes to get around the track. Number 5 all-time in Kansas, by the way. He won the 1600 in 4:12.25, the 800 in 1:55. He added the 4th state medal in the 4x8, helped the Wildcats finish 5th. He was a 4-time state medalist in cross country, state title, 3 top 3 finishes. He will run track at KU from Hayden High School, Tanner Newkirk. From Rossville High School, this time in baseball, Tori Horek. Certainly best known for being the quarterback for the Bulldogs. He was a first-team All-3A pick in baseball as a senior, receiving honorable mention honors his junior year. According to his baseball coach, Coach Emmons, he said his talent was evident this season as a first-team All-State player, both in football and in baseball. He will go down top 10 in several single-season baseball categories, including home runs, walks, on-base percentage at Rossville. Again, he'll play football at Central Missouri from Rossville, Tori Horek. From Seaman High School, Dagan Brewer in baseball. Dagan turned in an outstanding senior season, helping lead Seaman to a 20-3 record, a share of the Centennial League Championship, an 18th straight berth in the 5A state baseball tournament. He was tapped as the Shawnee County and Centennial League Player of the Year. Also earned first-team All-Class 5A honors from the Kansas Baseball Coaches Association. Earned first-team All-Shawnee County, All-Centennial League honors as a junior. Second-team KABC All-Class 5A selection. Committed to Johnson County to play baseball. From Seaman, Dagan Brewer. From Shawnee Heights, Caden Walker in baseball. Caden, a star in both wrestling and baseball for Shawnee Heights. As a senior in baseball, the T-Bird center fielder helped lead Shawnee Heights to a berth in the 5A state tournament. Walker earned TopSports.News United Kansas Conference first team recognition and received all 5A honorable mention. In wrestling, he was a 4-time United Kansas Conference individual champion, a 4-time 5A state qualifier, 3-time state medalist. He posted a 143-19 record in wrestling and 118 pins, ranked number 5 in state history. He'll play baseball collegiately at Cloud County. From Shawnee Heights, Caden Walker. From Silver Lake in baseball, Dagan Kruger. Kruger received all 3A first-team honors as a senior, hitting .400, 22 runs scored, 14 RBI, posting a 6-2 pitching record, 50 strikeouts. At 42 innings while limiting opposing hitters to $170. According to his baseball coach, Tyler Seeley, Dagan is the best competitor that I've coached so far in the baseball diamond. He's not only a great athlete, but he's a great leader. He's also the glue to our team and a huge reason we are able to have success. He's a 3-sport standout for the Eagles, football, wrestling, and baseball, an all-stater in all 3 sports. From Silver Lake, Dagan Kruger. From Topeka West High School in baseball, Xander Putoff. Xander, a standout in both basketball and baseball for the Chargers. He helped Topeka West to a pair of 5A state tournament appearances in basketball, pitched and played outfield for the Chargers in baseball. the past 2 seasons. He compiled a 1.90 ERA this season, recording 22 strikeouts in 25 2/3 innings, received all Shawnee County, all Centennial League honorable mention in baseball, second team all Shawnee County, received all league honorable mention honors in basketball. According to his coach, TJ McGreevy, Xander's a great leader, hard worker, competes every pitch regardless of the score. He'll go to KCK to play baseball. From Topeka West, Xander Putoff. And from Washburn Rural, Zachary Solzen Watson. Track and field athlete for the Junior Blues, finished a banner season as a thrower, second place finish in 6A discus, a third in the shot put in the 2022 Kansas State Track and Field Championships in Wichita. He had a best 54 feet 5.5 inches in the shot, 172.10 in the discus. He was Centennial League and regional champion in both events. He'll be a thrower for Emporia State in track and field next year. Please welcome from Washburn Rural, Zachary Solzen Watson. And our spring male athlete of the year, Tanner Newkirk. All right, 8:58.88. Will that be one you remember for a while?
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure.
I mean, to run that in the state meet, and again, it's when you're a top 10 or 11 time, I mean, there have been some pretty good runners in the state of Kansas. To lay that down at a state meet had to be just mind-blowing.
Oh yeah. It was a goal that I had for a while, and so it felt really good to get it, especially at the state meet.
So going to KU to run, what do you want to specialize in? Because you'll run, obviously, distance, you'll run some cross-country, but what's your theory there? Are you going to steeplechase?
I don't know. I guess, whatever coach puts me in, but I kind of want to do a broad amount. I don't want to really be like a one-event athlete. I'd like to, be able to do a lot of things, like from the 15 to the 10K, really.
All right. Yeah. Tanner, congratulations.
Thank you.
Hayden High School's Tanner Newkirk, our male spring athlete of the year, and thank our other gentlemen, our nominees. Thank you, guys. All right, it's time to meet our third Hall of Famer of the night. She starred at Shawnee Heights High School, went on to play volleyball at KU, and came home to Washburn to be a two-sport standout, All-American in volleyball, and of course a part of the 2005 National Championship in Women's Division II basketball. Somebody that knows her kind of well will introduce you to her tonight. Longtime coach at Washburn women's basketball, the all-time winningest coach in women's basketball history here at Washburn. Please welcome Dani's dad, Ron McHenry.
Tonight I'm Dani's dad. That's good, Bruce. And it's probably my best night to be Dani's dad. I've been called a lot worse. Congratulations to Aaron and Kaylee. What a good accomplishment and award to be in the Hall of Fame. One of the things about Dani's had other people introduce her or present her, but she told me tonight I got to present her because there was a rule, a 2-minute rule. So the rest of them kind of really went off of their whatever they wanted to say. So I've got this piece of paper here, but so I'm probably going to go over 2 minutes because I'm going to ad-lib a little bit. I told her on the way up. But congratulations to all the other athletes out there, the high school athletes. The one thing good about introducing Danielle is I call her Dani, so it's hard for me to go to Danielle, and then I call her McHenry. Her last name's Schmidt now, so I got to get that all figured out. But I got to reminisce about, and I think all the rest of them is they're farther along in their lives and they're doing other things, but going back and trying to remember all the things that went on as a young athlete, all the good and some bad, but go back to all the trips we took and all the trips her mother took, but I had her trained to be a really, really good basketball player. And then her mother one day said she was going to run her off to some tryout for volleyball. And I said, okay, she's probably not played it before. She can't be very good at it. They'll go over there, and maybe she's tall enough to let her play, but she'll just get rid of it. From that day on, I was always trying to get her back to basketball, even at Washburn when she came back and played for me at Washburn. So her mother is really kind of went behind my back and took her to this tryout. And I'm thinking, there's no way she'll make it. Maybe they'll let her play. She'll probably get rid of it pretty quickly, but no, she carried that on, and then she was always a volleyball player / basketball player. She was a multi-sport athlete in both high school and in college. And those who have played college sports before know how hard it is to play one sport. And for her to play both of them, she didn't really have any time off during the season ever. And so I was always very proud of her for that. And no, I did not have anything to do with her coming back from Kansas, even though I was very glad she came back from Kansas, because then I got a chance to coach her. I'm here tonight again to introduce Danielle McHenry Schmidt. I am her father. I also have been her coach. I got to coach her when she was small. And I remember there was a dad that was coaching with me, and she was playing basketball at the time, and I was coaching college men's basketball. And I always thought she should be better because I was around good players, and so I always tried to compare her to players I thought she could be, and they were older than her, and a lot of them were guys at that point. And I just probably was tougher on her than I probably should have been. And the dad finally knocked me around in the head and said, "Hey, she'll be all right." And I said, "Okay, if you think she'll be all right." And she has been way more than all right. But I'm her father. I've been her coach. But I'm one of her biggest fans. Her mother would be probably the biggest fan, even though she spent the most time with her. She took her all the spots. She worked hard with her. I was coach at the time, so I didn't always get to spend as much time with them. But I'm one of her biggest fans because of all the things she accomplished, how she did it, and the way she did it. She was very talented, but she also did the things the right way. She was likable. She was very humble, and she worked hard, just kind of grinded through it, and where she got to, she got to. And so I'm very proud of her that. Like I said, she was a multi-sport athlete. I could go through her awards. She garnished a lot of them. But she also won 3 championships, a national championship in basketball. The only reason she didn't play more was her father was the coach, and he knew that if I played her a lot more, no, I'm just kidding. She should have played more. Her father, that's one of my biggest coaching mistakes. I didn't play her as much as I should have. In college, we'd have probably won 2 national titles in a row if I'd have played her last year. So that's one of my big mistakes. Like I said, she's accomplished many things and won championships. But I feel like I try to go back, and it's kind of in the coaching field, we kind of pay attention to this. But what I think makes her a Hall of Famer is she worked hard at her game. She crafted her game. She learned the game. She crafted it. She paid attention. She worked very hard at getting the things done that she wanted to do. She was always working, playing 2 sports at a time. There were times when she would play on a Friday night, and our coach Buck at Shawnee Heights was very good to us because she would get on a plane a lot of times on the weekends and take off and go play basketball on a Friday night. We'd put her on a plane on Friday night and catch a volleyball tournament all weekend. So Buck would let him do that, and which is not very common anymore. But you think, well, parents, you worked her too hard. But really, that's what Danielle wanted to do. She was really good, but she also loved to play the game, and she played play. She was very coachable at all levels. She was very coachable. She enjoyed the game. And we talk about passion. She had a huge passion for the games, and she was always accountable and ready to play. We need to use that word kind of loosely at times, but she was very accountable and played almost through anything she got in her way. She was banged up a few times and would play through it, but she was always accountable to play. She was a great teammate. I think that's a big thing. When people around you like you, they respect you, but she also was a great teammate to them. And I think anybody that played with her would love to play with her. And then she was extremely competitive. We throw that word around loosely, but she was extremely competitive. Didn't like to lose much. That probably came from me. When she did not win games, we'd have a longer ride home. Remember one time we were going to go eat pizza afterwards. We didn't play as well, didn't win the game. I think we had bologna at home that afternoon on a Sunday. So I think I drove her to be very competitive. But again, when we put all those together with her talent, she was special. As a family, we're very proud and excited to introduce to you our daughter and her sister and brother with her. We're very proud to introduce her in the Hall of Fame here at Topeka Shawnee County Sports Hall of Fame. Thank you.
was at 6 minutes. I'm a recording child over there. And if he runs up here, I apologize now, because he wants up here really bad to be on the news. So obviously, to kind of go over some things that have already been covered tonight, I want to thank Rick and Bill, and then all of the advisory committee that made tonight possible. I am a little jealous that we didn't have something like this when I was in high school. It's a really cool event to see all you student athletes recognized here tonight and get to share it with your peers. Shawnee County really is a great place to grow up and play sports. As you've all seen, we have some of the best athletes and coaches in the state. I feel very fortunate to be inducted into the Shawnee County Hall of Fame and part of a group of some of the best athletes around. Also, congrats to Aaron and Kaylee. I remember watching you guys both grow up in the area through the news, so congrats on your amazing accomplishments, both in high school and after. I've actually known Kaylee since she was little. I played basketball with and against her sister Lacey. Lacey and the Topeka West team actually beat us in the semifinals of state my junior year in basketball, which was a year I thought we had a chance to win it all. And I'm pretty sure Lacey actually beat us single-handedly on her own. It still stings a little today. I'll try to keep it short. I know it's been a long night and we still have a few more awards to get to, but I did want to recognize a few people who have helped me get to this point today. I want to thank my family and support system that helped me accomplish everything that I was able to. My parents really are the best. They have pushed me when they needed to, supported me when it didn't work out, but most of all, they gave me the opportunity, any opportunity I ever could have wanted. So I thank them for that. As a parent now, I know how much time, energy, and money they sacrifice for me, and I really appreciate that more than I can express. So thank you. Also, my brother and sister, they were a little bit younger than me, so we didn't really push each other competitively, but I know they looked up to me, and I always wanted to make them proud and be a good role model for them. They both went on to have great careers themselves. They're both in coaching now, so obviously sports are a big part of our family, and I'm really proud of them. He's trying to make his way up here, so sorry. And I know they made a lot of sacrifices to help me get to where I was today, too. I also should thank my husband, Jesse. He had to leave to take one of our little guys to a baseball game, but he was around most of high school, so he did help me probably accomplish some of these things, but I won't give him too much credit, and he's not here, so. And then my grandma and my aunts and uncles, they're not here tonight, but I really did have the best fan club around. That's the great thing about this community is you would leave a game and you'd have so many people there and in the stands cheering for you and really supporting you, so I appreciate all of them. I do know for a fact that I would not be standing here if I wouldn't have played for some of the best coaches in the state. I played for Coach Coffer, Coach Buchanan, and Coach Wells. They believed in me from the start, also demanding hard work, but helping me become a leader on my team. They are all coaching legends in the state, and they really know how to make a great team and better athletes, so I really appreciate them. Last, I would thank my teammates. I probably would put any team that I played on up against some of the best in the state. We grew up playing with each other. We pushed each other every day at practice. We found a way to play and find a role in our team that put the team first. Sometimes it's hard to find that today, and I was lucky to have that in both volleyball and basketball. When I do look back, I think about all we accomplished. It really was remarkable. I know we did win 2 state championships. We also got 3rd in volleyball my freshman and sophomore year, and then a state 3rd place basketball as well. So I really appreciate my teammates helping me accomplish those things. So to finish up, so you don't have to hear any more about me, like Kaylee said, I did want to give you guys a little advice to you student athletes out here, and maybe my kids would listen to me if I'm standing up on a stage. So we'll see. There he is. There you go. So really enjoy this time. Playing for your school and with your peers is really cool. Club and travel teams are fun, but there is something different about playing for your school and representing your school and your family and your community, so be sure to make them proud. Sacrifice. I know you have all made lots of sacrifices or you wouldn't be sitting here today. Trust that it is worth those sacrifices. There will be times where it seems like it's too much. Be strong in those moments and push through. Set goals, short-term and big goals, and adjust them as you accomplish them. Any success you have today does not guarantee success in the future. You have to work really hard every day. If you continue to make yourself better, you will continue to make those around you better as well. And the last thing would be opportunity. Don't take opportunities for granted, and be sure to thank those who gave you the opportunity, like your parents and family sitting here today. So I am honored to be inducted into the Shawnee County Hall of Fame. He wants to be on the news, and congrats on everyone here and all you've accomplished.
This is Grady. Please welcome our newest Hall of Fame member, Dani McHenry Schmidt.
Thank you.
Yeah, HUD had to leave for a baseball game, Coop. I'll give you a little recognition. You've sat in your chair nicely. Good job. All right. It is time to recognize some of the partners that helped make tonight possible. Of course, TopSports.News and Bill and Rick and the staff, but also some partner recognitions who are here tonight. And if we could ask, as we'll hold our applause till the end, but as I announce the businesses, if you could stand up at your table, we have a special award to give you. First up, the University of Kansas Health System, St. Francis Campus. They could please stand up. With their partnership tonight, they continue their commitment to the community as they continue to evolve and serve future generations here in Topeka, honoring our past and embracing our future. Welcome and thanks, Nancy Burkhart, Director of Marketing and Communications, and the staff from St. Francis campus of the University of Kansas Health System, St. Francis campus. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. A1 Lock and Key. Topeka's only brick and mortar locksmith, serving Topeka for 60 years. A1's second year of supporting the student athletes and Hall of Famers. And we thank owner Dana Hall for his continued support. Thank you so much. Washburn University, we thank the premier D2 school and pride of Topeka, Washburn, for their support and opportunity to enjoy this event here on campus. We want to thank the table of folks that are here. I know Coach Shuri was here, Coach Ballard is here, Joy and Jean from the Sports Information Office. I know Matt was here earlier, but please thank me in welcoming and congratulating Washburn University. State Farm agent Julie Fisher. Julie is involved with many community events and activities, and we're so happy that she has joined us this year. Please help me in thanking State Farm agent Julie Fisher or her representative. Because like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Did you wear khakis? No, just checking. Peggy's Tax and Accounting. Peggy could not be here tonight. She has been battling some health issues, but we want to send our wishes and support and thanks for her continued support. Peggy's Tax and Accounting. Capital Label, we'd like to recognize owner Randy Arnold. Capital Label's second year as a partner. They produce all kinds of labels and customers all over the world. Thank you, Capital Label. One other special recognition, if we could have them stand at their table. They have supported this banquet monetarily. They are a great couple. They will at every turn support anything that's here in Topeka, Shawnee County. They are great advocates of education. Bill and Kathy McDonald, would you please stand? And finally, one thing that we would like to do is recognize outgoing Washburn Rural Athletic Director, Penny Lane, for her 30 years of service. And Penny, if you could please come forward. Bill and Rick want you to have this beautiful bouquet, and please help me in thanking Penny for all of her work. Thank you, Penny. Next, we're going to honor something that we're adding to the program is adding Washburn athletes and the recognition. And two Washburn athletes were already awarded the Outstanding Male and Female Athlete at a banquet at the end of the year. And we want to honor and recognize them in front of the community tonight. First up, she was here being honored as a Shawnee Heights athlete previously, But she is being honored tonight as the Female Athlete of the Year, Faith Rottinghouse. Faith helped lead Washburn to a second-place finish in the NCAA Division II, went to the Elite Eight twice. She had 833 total digs, second-team All-American honors from the American Volleyball Coaches Association, earned all MIAA team honors for the third straight season, earned NCAA Elite 90 award. She was voted the all-tournament team in all 5 tournaments that she played. Washburn competed in and played in 127 total sets. Her 4-year letter winner, volleyball, basketball, and softball at Shawnee Heights. So a great representative of our community, and she was just recognized as the MIAA Female Athlete of the Year just 2 weeks ago, the Ken B. Jones Award winner. Please help me in congratulating Washburn's Faith Rottinghouse. And our male athlete of the year at Washburn is James J.J. Letcher. Letcher earned 5 All-America awards 2021 season, posted a 9-3 record with the Ichabods making the playoffs, earned first-team All-America honors, the Don Hanson NCAA Division II All-America squad, the Associated Press Division II Conference Commissioners Association All-American teams, second-team D2Football.com Elite 100, and second-team pick in American Football Coaches Association. Last fall, Letcher led the team 68 receptions, 927 yards, 10 touchdowns in 12 starts. He is a graduate of Piper High School, where he starred for the Pirates and also played basketball and ran track. As a senior, he earned all-league football recognition at running back, D-back, kick returner. He was all-state recognition as well. Please help me in welcoming Washburn's Male Athlete of the Year, James J.J. Letcher. All right, another award that we are adding to the program tonight is an award to recognize officials. You know, there's certainly a great need for officials in sports today, and the Topeka Officials Association has been around a long time, and I guarantee you, if you're young and you want to officiate, you've got a job. They absolutely 100% need your help if it's something that you feel like you would like to do. But we'd like to honor 2 longtime members of the Topeka Officials Association who served our high school student athletes so long on the playing surfaces, on the fields, and on the diamonds. So this year, the awards committee came up with this new award to shine that spotlight on the men and women who are so important to the sport. Along with the Topeka Officials Association, we want to recognize these 2 gentlemen tonight that has shown the dedication and commitment to being a part of the game without being noticed at the game. Our first honoree is Reen Port. Tragically, we lost Reen after 56 years of service for the Kansas State High School Activities Association, received his 50-year service award along with his good friend Randy Gregg. Reen officiated football, basketball at the highest level of high school, but also worked collegiately for many years. Selected to work 33 postseason football games, 4 state championships, selected to work 29 years of postseason basketball, including 25 state tournaments. He was presented the Greg Custom Border Memorial Award, the highest award given to the Topeka Officials Association to an active official for dedication to promoting, officiating, and mentoring officials in service to the association. Reen served as president of the Topeka Officials Association, he was always available to answer questions for other officials that asked for his advice. Reen was always there to help with that advice, which if you ask most officials that have the opportunity to work and know Reen, they will tell you they ask him for advice at some point in time in their career, and he helped them become a better official. Tonight, his wife Connie, his son Hunter are here and accepting Hunter this award here tonight on behalf of the late Reen Port. Let's please congratulate Reen. Our second gentleman would like to recognize Randy Gregg. Randy, a lifelong Topeka resident, graduate of Topeka West High School and Washburn University. He began his officiating career in 1969, meaning most people here tonight were not born yet. when he began officiating. I'm not one of them. I was born. First working both football and basketball, switched to football in '85 when he began working collegiately. He's a longtime member of and officer of the Topeka Officials Association, a past commissioner of the football and basketball for Centennial League. Officiating career included at least one Kansas State High School Activities Association football playoff game in 37 of his 41 years, including 9 sub-state games, 4 state championships, all in Class 6A. Worked several small college playoff games, including a 1985 NAIA National Championship game. He had the pleasure of working with several Topeka officials who went on to officiate in the Big 12 and the NFL. In 2016, he was named the Kansas High School Football Official of the Year by the Sunflower chapter of the National Football Foundation. He is still officiating on a limited schedule this upcoming season. It will be his 54th working with Kansas athletes and coaches. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome and congratulate Randy Gregg. Thank you, Randy. It's time to honor our most inspirational athletes of the year. On the female side first, from Highland Park, Celeste Gonzalez in wrestling. Celeste, a standout in girls wrestling. Soccer for the Scots, 17-7 as a senior. 2-year letter winner for the Scots wrestling team. She won Centennial League individual honors, qualified for the 6A state meet, runner-up regional finish, and earned all Shawnee County honorable mention. She will come to Washburn to be a student next year. Celeste Gonzalez from Highland Park. From Seaman High School, Drew Baxter in volleyball. Drew, a on-court and off-court leader for the Seaman volleyball team, posted a 4th place finish in the 2021 5A state volleyball tournament. According to her coach, Tatiana Dowling, Drew is a very competitive athlete. She's one of the hardest workers when it comes to athletics and is willing to do whatever it takes to make herself better and to make her teammates better, end quote. Baxter, a first-team All-Shawnee County selection last fall, received second-team All-5A honors from the Kansas Volleyball Association. She also plans to play collegiately at William Jewell. From Seaman High School, Drew Baxter. From Shawnee Heights, Taryn Dial, a 3-sport athlete, volleyball, wrestling, and softball. Taryn, a 3-sport star for the T-Birds, in addition to being involved in multiple clubs. Dial, a president of the Shawnee Heights Student Council, president of the T-Birds Together, treasurer of the Shawnee Heights Spirit Club, member of the National Honor Society, Link crew member, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, sold popcorn at halftime. Dial, a VA volunteer, was also a volunteer for LULAC, Special Olympics, and Harvester. She received academic all-state recognition and will attend Mid-America Nazarene on a volleyball scholarship and an academic scholarship. From Shawnee Heights, Taryn Dial. From Topeka High, Deshauna Willie. She was a member of the Topeka High girls basketball team for 4 seasons, received All-City, All-Centennial League honorable mention honors as a senior, along with academic all-league recognition. According to her coach, Hannah Alexander, she is a leader on and off the court. She guarded the team's best player, always worked hard, and gave it her all. She plans to play basketball at St. Mary's. From Topeka High, Deshauna Willie. And from Washburn Rural, Trenna Whitmore in volleyball, basketball, and softball. As a senior, Whitmore was part of the 6A state championship team in basketball, state runner-up in softball, 4th place team in volleyball. According to her coach, Kevin Borderwick, Trenna is a servant leader and the ultimate teammate. She knew that playing time may not be as much as she desired, but she was still a leader, a spokesman, and an emotional lift for our team, end quote. Whitmore plans to continue her academic career at Emporia State. From Washburn Rural, Trenna Whitmore. And our most inspirational female athlete is Taryn Dial from Shawnee Heights. Taryn, congratulations. Can you put a little more on your resume? I don't think there's enough.
I don't know.
I've got to believe mom and dad encourage you. But what makes you want to be so involved, not just on the court, but in the community?
I enjoy being around people and serving others, and that's kind of how I got here.
Well, it's what would you say to your high school experience? Because you obviously excelled at several sports as well as, again, selling popcorn at halftime. But what about your high school experience?
I really enjoyed high school. I made a lot of friends, and I feel like when you get to high school, you find your people kind of thing. Instead of, I found my people, and then I continued to find people in different groups, and that I felt like was really just awesome.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Taryn Dial, Shawnee Heights, our inspirational female athlete of the year. That is awesome. Next up, our inspirational males. First up from Rossville in football, Corey Catron. Despite having to deal with the death of his mother, Vicki, 8 years ago, Corey went on to an outstanding athletic career at Rossville, helping the Bulldogs to back-to-back 2A undefeated state football titles as a junior and senior. According to his coach, Derek Hummus, success isn't guaranteed in these types of situations. Corey began to develop into a leader and a successful athlete with the help of his family, friends, and surrounding communities. Corey turned a tragic situation into an inspiration. His leadership came to the forefront in Week 7 when Torrey Horek went down with the injury and Catron moved from running back to quarterback to fill in. He will play collegiately at Bethel. He led the Bulldogs the next 3 games, and of course, they went on to the state title. From Rossville, Corey Catron. From Seaman High School, Aiden Poulter in football and baseball. Poulter suffered a season-ending ACL injury in his senior football career, but bounced back to help advance to the 5A state baseball tournament less than 6 months later, earning second-team All-Shawnee County honors. According to his coach, Jared Swafford, he showed an unmatched mental toughness this year. While dealing with a season-ending injury, he was an incredible teammate, never missed a practice or a game, was involved with helping to coach our younger players for the remainder of the season. Poulter plans to play collegiately baseball at Barton County Community College. From Seaman High School, Aiden Poulter. From Shawnee Heights High School, Carter Olson in football and basketball. Olson a standout for the T-Birds, both football and basketball, despite suffering a pair of serious knee injuries. Docs in Shawnee County have been busy. Olson tore his ACL in the T-Birds' first football game his junior year, an injury that sidelined him the remainder of the football season. He worked his way back to earn all United Kansas Conference football recognition, first-team All-UKC basketball honors his senior season. He will play football at Butler County Community College. From Shawnee Heights, Carter Olson. From Topeka High in swimming, Richard Carter. Richard, a leader for the Trojan boys swimming team, particularly as a senior. He was a varsity swimmer all 4 seasons, earning second-team All-City recognition 2 times, competed in the 6A state tournament as a senior in the 400 free relay, scored 582 points, and during his swimming career for the Trojans. Again, he'll go to Grove City College in Grove City, Pennsylvania to swim. From Topeka High, Richard Carter. And from Washburn Rural in wrestling, Aiden Bolin. Aiden overcame a string of injuries, posting a 38-6 record his senior year, winning the 6A 160-pound state championship, helping the Junior Blues to their second straight team title. According to his coach, Josh Hogan, Aiden sets an outstanding example of what one can attain through perseverance and dedication. Bolin suffered an ACL injury his freshman year, broken arm the summer before his junior season, before suffering a second ACL late in the year. Bolin, allowed to wrestle in the 2021 state tournament, posted a 5th-place finish to helping the Junior Blues to their first state title. He had ACL surgery right after his junior season, worked his way back for a big senior season. He's going to wrestle at Lindenwood University. From Washburn Rural, Aiden Bolin. And our male most inspirational athlete is Corey Catron from Rossville. Well, you got pointed out a little bit earlier. Mr. Horak said, that's the guy that should deserve some recognition. So you get some now. What was it like to know running back to quarterback? Now, obviously, you know the plays, but it's a whole different thing that you're running the show. So what was that like for you, and how did you manage it?
Just being able to trust the guys around me and knowing what they had to do and
they knew what they had to do. Just helped out a lot with that transition there.
State title, though, to know that you helped your team in a 3-game stretch until he could get back, and obviously then you're still contributing at running back. What's it like to win a state championship as a team?
It was wonderful. Wouldn't change it for anything.
So on to to the next phase. What's next for you?
Going to play at Bethel down in Newton.
All right. Well, Corey, congratulations.
Thank you.
Corey Catron, Rossville, and our other nominees for Inspirational Male Athlete. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right, next up, we're going to honor our most outstanding athlete of the year. And this is the award of overall. In fact, Kaylee Manns was a past athlete of the year, so she's going to hand out the awards here tonight. The 2021-22 school year female athlete of the year is, drum roll, anyone know? Oh, Nija Kennedy. Coach, come on up. Well, I know you talked about her earlier, but now the overall female athlete of the year, I'm sure she would love to share in this situation tonight. Obviously off, headed to Stanford, playing softball, obviously very good academically, but what do you think that she would be feeling right now as the overall athlete of the year?
She'd just be overwhelmed. She was a great athlete, but there's a lot of great athletes here that deserve this, but she would just be overwhelmed with it.
Well, thank you. Congratulations to her, and congratulations to you. You got to coach a great athlete.
Yep. Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, thank you. And our final award of the night is the Outstanding Male Athlete of the Year, and Aaron Crow is here to hand that out to Tanner Newkirk. Come on, Tanner, I know you can run faster than that. I'm kidding. He ran it all out at the state meet, 8:58.88. Did I mention that once or twice? Still amazing. I know, it's a long walk from the back of the room. So, I mean, again, the team finished 5th this year too, which obviously you were a huge part of that. But I know in being around your teammates and your coaches, they were as happy for you and as happy for Hayden to earn a 5th place finish.
Coach Gardner is just an amazing coach. His team he celebrates every athlete, and just his ability to have the team come together as a team is just a really awesome track season, really unforgettable. The state meet didn't come out how we wanted to. We were looking to win, but it was a really awesome experience, and obviously I did what I wanted to do. I wouldn't change that season for the world. It was a super fun season.
So what does it mean to you to stand in front of this room, to be with all of your peers in high school, and you're honored as the Male Athlete of the Year? What's that mean to you?
It means a lot. I know that there's a lot of other guys, a few other guys who definitely also could have deserved this award. It's an honor for sure.
So headed to KU, what are you going to study?
Marketing. So,
All right. I like that. All right. Please welcome and congratulate our Male Athlete of the Year, Tanner Newkirk from Hayden High School. So before we part, if we could have all of our award winners, all of the high school, fall, winter, spring, most inspirational, our Hall of Famers and past Hall of Famers, if you could meet over here by this display so we can get some quick photos for TopSports.News, and you can check out TopSports.News for all of the proceedings tonight, pictures, stories, and everything to celebrate what was a fantastic night. Again, sports is not everything in our lives, but look at the people that it brought together tonight. Look at the people that it brings together on a routine basis. Sports is a melding pot. It teaches us how to win. It teaches us how to lose. It teaches us how to work together. And if you take anything away from, tonight, just remember those experiences you heard about, the memories that all of these young folks have had. And again, for some of the high school athletes, maybe one day you'll be standing up here like Kaylee, Dani, and Aaron were as Hall of Famers here in Topeka and Shawnee County. We have a great sports tradition here, and it's I'm again so glad that Rick and Bill picked up the torch to continue to celebrate our rich tradition and history. Thank you so much for joining us, and have a great night.